actually wasn't out of breath running to get here. I just was touching up my
You weren't out of breath
nails
yesterday when you got in the car. I was just like,
when I had to run down the street.
you're just holding it so I don't say anything.
Yeah, just breathing through my nose really softly.
Hi, I'm Jacob Krenz,
And I'm Winnie Stone.
and this is Come On In,
Come on in, Queens. Come on in, Queens.
I had to cut you off. You were griping about something, and I was like, do you want to get it in the app?
Okay. When you're in an environment with other people, let me say this. Jacob, please tell me if there ever comes a time where you're like, I can hear you breathe. Like, I thought it was mouth breathers, but I sat next to someone the other day and he was breathing through his nose, but it was just.
Yes, this is the thing
and
in the world.
I just can't take it. And I know it's the dumbest fucking thing to like let get under your skin because it's like everyone has to breathe. But like,
But
you
everyone
just, like,
doesn't have to breathe like Snuffleupagus.
Can you breathe silently?
Well, yeah,
Please?
I mean, there's an actual disorder that I think I have and Johnny thinks he has. I can't remember the name of it, but it is annoyance to sounds. And I know I catch myself doing it with Jeremy's little quirks.
Sweetie. Good thing he's just so cute.
Because he also bites his little fingers.
His little fingies.
His little sausages. Mouse.
I ruined my nails so badly doing gels and everything for so long. And so they're just like paper thin and just like fraying. Best dad ever. Best daddy.
My friends got that for me when I turned 40 because I am the dad of the group. Imagine that. And so I use it on calls, though, for work so that people think I'm a dad because I mean, although I would never have children, it's a good excuse to take work off.
Gotta bring little Timmy to the doctor.
Little Timmy's sick today. All right, are we ready to talk about Survivor? We got to keep it tight, girl, today. We got 2 episodes to go through as she's putting on the gloss. That's the thing. You're not out of breath because you're not yet ready when you come on here. Survivor 50, episode 1, epic party. Was it an epic party, Winnie?
Did we need 3 hours to tell it? Yeah, I mean...
Do we need 3 hours for that story?
I was very pleasantly surprised.
Yes, me too.
Within the first, 15 minutes, I was like, oh, okay, cheesy, flashbacks, whatever, blah, blah. That Matt chat, I'm sorry. Jeffy got me. The talks with the back and forth with everybody, Jenna's spiel about when she said, you and I started this thing. I was like, stop! Because I started it too. I was there too on day 1.
I was too. I think it reminded me of why I love this show and why we followed it for so long. That the montage of all the best moments was great. I couldn't think of anything. Maybe Dawn removing her teeth could have been in there, but I couldn't think of anything that was excluded. And then the Matt chat, as you said, and Cirie was the one that made me cry. I started crying when Cirie had her, dialogue on the mat, and it's like, oh my God, I need her to win this season. I need her to win this season. I need her to come away with a win, but she's got a tough road. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, I don't think. Anyway, hold on.
Anyway.
Wait, pause.
No, I'm going to watch you adjust your titties.
You can watch. I just don't want you to say anything important.
We'll talk about what you're wearing. Are you wearing lingerie?
Oh, it's just like a little lacy top.
A little lacy top.
Walked inside the doors of Primark for the first time the other day. Bad idea.
I don't even know what that is. I have no idea what that word means.
A European, I don't know, like Old Navy or something. But it's like perfectly well made things that are like $7. It's probably some fast fashion thing, but I got some cute shit. This is cute. It is cute. And I had to be ready for the quick change because we're doing 2 episodes.
Right. We're doing 2 episodes. If you're new to Come On Queens, we cannot stay on a topic. So we do go on tangents.
Yeah. And I'm constantly fixing my shit.
We have non-linear brain structures. So the biggest thing that I had to take note of is how the tribes were divided. We don't need to talk about it, but I had to have a mental note because I immediately forgot. But at least they're not covering them with mud. The other thing I was thinking in regards to what you said, well, not right away, they did later, but in regards to what you said, I was like, ahead of the episode thinking, are we going to get 40s twists? Are we going to go back to the other decades or eras of the show? Are we going to get new? We got a little new stuff that I don't want to talk about, but we stayed with the 40s twist, right? We stayed with the journey. We stayed with the Sweat versus Savvy iteration. We stayed with the same twist. But I did find it more tolerable when we have these all-star players. I found it less annoying when we see a game of Jenga being played if it's Colby Donaldson. We'll say
yes, there was a plenty of people that I was like, okay, welcome back, I guess.
Yeah,
but
right.
still seeing them there, like on the beach again, it was like,
I agree.
I don't care. Even Savanah Grossa was like comforting to be like, this bitch is back.
This bitch is back, and she's
This
not only back.
broad
She's
back body bitch.
Butch body. But yeah, I was also engrossed by her because she is engrossing as a personality. Lagrossed. And she's like fucking killing it at the challenges. I don't know how old she is. It doesn't matter.
Beast, yeah.
She was like, boom, on the marooning challenge. So let's start. So we already did start. But the marooning challenge, I don't care what happened. But anyway, they have our 3 tribes and they had to start running and do puzzles and whatever. Who cares? It's like the same challenge. But yeah, Stephanie was like boom, out of the gate. And it was like the same thing later watching Ozzy climb that pole in like 2 seconds flat. I'm like, these are competitors too. That's the other thing we were missing.
Decades since they've even been on.
Yeah.
So it's like I know 15 years for Stephanie and probably as long for Ozzy. Ozzy and that stupid fucking haircut.
Ozzy and the haircut.
I want there to be some sort of challenge where it's like, you can get extra rice if someone volunteers to shave their head. And like Ozzy does it. Just because I just think he would be so hot. Just buzz it all off.
Yeah, it's like an America's Next Top Model mashup. Did you watch the doc?
Oh, the documentary? The stupid fucking documentary where Tyra has absolutely no...
Just
clips. Have fun.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff from the girls, but otherwise everyone else is just like, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Was it your fault? No, it wasn't my fault.
Did you expect her to take accountability? She's too busy making hot ice cream.
And terrorizing the Australians. Sorry, y'all.
In the challenge, I mean, we had in the marooning challenge, we had Vatu. This is the purple thread coming up on top. Now, do you think, we didn't talk about Jeff talking about the in the hands of the fans theme and then immediately telling us 2 questionable decisions that the fans made? I'm like, show us the receipts.
The receipts. It's also like in the hands of the fans, like really? Also to find out that they also were around for the votes, you know? Like, I didn't put that together that, like, yeah, they know what's being voted on, too. The stakes are not high.
They were.
Rice or not. Supplies or not.
Okay.
Colors or what kind of colors. How many fire making. Like, I don't know. It just, like, it didn't seem, like, honestly, that important of things. I don't know. I guess maybe a little bit, but.
I don't think so. And I was, like, again... shocked at some of the results, but we did vote. Apparently I didn't vote. Confession.
I did sometimes when we were sitting around like your place watching it and it was like, it's here, but
yeah,
I don't think
I voted in every election since George Bush and John Kerry, but not this voting in Survivor. But we had a purple, orange, and a teal buff, I want to say, and that was something that was voted on.
I mean, think it's like pink, blue. Of the 3, I was like, this is the gayest one. This has to be, and it was, so
we got some gay colors up in here for our bisexual king, Ozzy. A standout from the episode, not to get ahead of ourselves, we just talked about his hair, but also just he is obviously in a position of something. He's going to go far, I think, because he got a lot of confessionals. We're talking about how he's come into these games and he's just sort of been the provider, the physical threat, and that's how he's gotten farther. And now he's like, I need to be smart. So let's get Cirie roped in because she can guide me through the smarts of this game. Loved it.
Yeah, it's smart. Might be his downfall, but
could be. Smart. Yeah, because if Cirie gets voted out, he'll be mad. But I think if he gets voted out, Cirie will be like,
I think he still played very the same, though. He ended up being a provider, and he ended up, like, in that challenge being like, let's do the honorable thing.
Yeah.
No, we're done. We're done with honor.
Yeah, we're done with honor. Be dirty, dirty little whore. So then, yeah, so you just mentioned it. So after the marooning challenge, then we have another competition similar to like the sweat versus savvy competitions they've done in 40, where a player from each tribe, and we had Q, Ozzy, and Coach, go into the whole stick making. You have to make the long stick and knock the key off. But this was a little bit different in that there was one key and one person could win. So potentially somebody could steal the key.
Yeah, it wasn't about who knocked the key. It was who got the key in the end.
Yeah, I liked this challenge. I thought it was like a nice turn.
I like that it like took like an hour.
It took a long time.
They got like burnt and shit. Yeah.
And they don't usually like to stand out there for long challenges, so they put a palm into it.
They're like, give them a wet palm.
What is wet palm? Oh,
like it just was like,
yeah, right. So that's when the moment ended up happening where Ozzy finally did knock the key off and Coach goes, yip.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Ozzy was like, whoever gets the key, I'll give it to you. Like, that's cool. And Coach was like, I'm not saying anything.
Right.
And to affirm that, because I'm not going to do that. As you shouldn't. Let's just take it back 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, let's make up from like what happened in South Pacific. Like, let's bury the hatchet. Like, we're besties. The thing about Coach is from day one, when he walked on that beach, he talked about honor. He talked about respect of other game players and the strength of all the bullshit he says. Immediately backstabs anyone he promises his fealty to. Every single time. And people are like, Coach is so honorable because he says it. It's like Trump. It's like you say it enough and people are like, yeah, it's true, right? No, he has continuously and without fail played as dirty as possible, but then turns around and it's like, but I'm honorable and amazing and great. And people are like, well, I guess so. But it's like, no, he's never done it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like kind of comical how badly he backstabs people.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, if we're going to say that Ozzy took away your win, you're looking in the wrong direction. Queen Sophie took your win away, you little bitch, and you formed a cult.
I was confused a little bit because I was like, were they on Game Changers? And like, because like I could get behind Coach winning over fucking Lucina, but Sophie? No, mama.
No. No, I know. It was hard to put the pieces back together in my brain because I forgot that Ozzy and Cirie were on Game Changers. I was like, what do you mean? They haven't played together since Micronesia. But I was wrong. I had to look back at Game Changers. Not a great season anyway. No. I do think it was interesting they decided to highlight the Advantage Gate moment in the preview or the montage.
Well, why wouldn't they? Because it was like a huge moment.
It's when the game broke.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
But I think to them, it's something amazing.
Yeah, they're so
never
proud
happened
of all
before.
Bullshit.
Never happened before.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Coach winning. And then we have this twist that Ozzy and I got confused with the Exile Challenge. Or the Exile Island. I was confusing it with Redemption Island for a moment. I was like, oh shit, we have Redemption Island. They're going to compete to come back. Not the same as Exile Island, but Q and Ozzy get to stay overnight. I love Q, and I think he's going to bring some energy to the season. We'll say, I don't know if it's good or bad.
He's chaotic.
He's chaotic, right?
I love that, like, things were crawling on them.
When? Did I miss
on
that?
Exile. Yeah, oh yeah. They're talked about like, oh yeah. Like Ozzy's like, I think something big actually crawled across me. And that's so cool. Like it reminds you that they're on a fucking desert island as opposed to, sometimes when in the 40s where it just seems to like blow by and you're like, were they at a hotel? Were they at a castle? I don't know.
We should probably know this, but it probably is the same island that was actually Edge of Extinction. Was it probably the same island?
Probably. Well, it's probably not an island. It's probably a beach on the island, but it's probably where Erica broke the hourglass. It's just like the place where they stick people when they need to like be alone and like not have a fire or shelter.
Anything else about that before we move to the next piece?
I don't even remember what we were talking about.
We were talking they get stuck on Exile Island.
Yes.
And then meanwhile we start having some like tribe discussions. We go to each tribe.
Before they get on the boat, they have to decide who actually gets to bring home the supplies and who's going to lose a vote.
Yes.
And
The other person, whoever loses a vote, gets to take the supplies. That other person gets an extra vote. So the extra vote ends up on Ozzy. Q does not have a vote.
But it goes home empty-handed.
He goes home with the supplies.
Yeah. So Ozzy talks him into it pretty easily. And Ozzy's just collecting those advantages.
How much do you think, because I was thinking about this, how much do you think star, what is it called, fangirling is going to play into this? Because we know that if you bring like the fans versus favorites, this is what this is, fans versus favorites. We have a lot of fangirling happening. We saw it with Rizzo and Savanah, and they're fangirling over Colby. I almost called him Cody. That's porn. So I think it's going to be a big theme of the season that, you know, you have Q who's just like immediately gave up because it's Ozzy that you're negotiating with. I think there's some benefit to coming back with the supplies.
%.
But
I mean, I think when it came to people considering voting out Cirie, I think their brains say, yes, vote out the person that constantly slides through and is like the smoothest talker and the best game player here. But they're just like, but I love her and I don't want her to go anywhere because I want to hang out with her and be her friend. And I want her to like call me later.
That's the power of Cirie.
The
power of Cirie. All right. So anything else? We have the early camp life section where they kind of go into each. I'm not even going to attempt the names of the tribes yet. We'll learn them later. But the Orange Tribe.
Sure we will.
Sure we will or won't. We have Jenna immediately gunning for Cirie, which I thought was interesting. It's like these older school players come in and they're like, well, I have to pick up the new school game, which is much faster. And then they end up going a little too fast. She went hard.
The name of the game is lay low, make sure your name's not in anyone's mouth, and shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Going for not only someone hard at all in the first night, going for like the most beloved player of all time in the first night. Girl, I loved Jenna. I wanted her to stick around. I thought, I mean, she looks amazing. She looks like she hasn't aged a fucking day.
Amazing.
Like, get on it. Like, play this game. Kill it. I wanted so badly out of that one tribe. I get rid of Savanah, you know? Get rid of somebody I don't care to see on my screen anymore. I wanted Jenna to say so bad, but as soon as she started getting that cooking, I was either like, I'm going to hate the fact that Cirie goes, or you just dug your own grave, girl.
Right. I agree with you.
I loved the camp life stuff. I loved Colby being like, Rizzo's so fucking annoying.
I was laughing so hard. Rizzo is so annoying.
And then the montage of Rizzo being annoying and not working and just being like, hey, if you ever need any help, just say so. While Colby's like building the entire shelter and Rizzo's just standing.
And Rizzo, later on the episode, started crying about his dad being 47 or something. I don't know. It was a mess. But back to Savanah, because I do agree with you. But unfortunately, I think that she's going to be around a while because that moment later on the episode where Colby says I could work with her, I don't think they would have kept that in if she's not making it to merge. That's just my opinion. Or maybe there'll be a tribe swap. But they are giving her a lot of airtime. But then it was like, why did she tell them that she won? I was so confused by that.
Because her and Rizzo work so closely together in the season, I think for sure she could have been like, boo boo, please don't tell the truth. Like, let's not say I won. And I think he would have absolutely done it. So like to say that, and it's the ego. Because what did she say? Does anyone have a guess for maybe how
was the ego.
when I went? And they were all
100%.
like, I don't know anything about you. Why would I make a guess as to how far you made it?
Do we fucking care? Yeah, right.
Because she's like, have you listened to every word I've said since I've gone on the island to make a judgment on me? Huh? It was the ego. She wanted to be like, I won.
Absolutely the ego.
It was not strategy whatsoever.
No, it wasn't. I think that you're right. I was thinking that too. It was absolutely ego. She wanted people to know she won. Because there was no reason for her to say it. I mean, maybe Rizzo starts telling people, but I think they were so close that I think he would lie for her. But anyway. That was an interesting choice. Let's talk about the purple tribe. Vatu?
Mama,
this is my favorite tribe right now.
I have not known the tribe names since season 1.
I don't usually keep track of the tribe names either. So let's just call them purple. But I would
call them pink, but whatever.
Yeah, this tribe, pink purple tribe, pink
fuchsia, if you will.
The fleshy butthole tribe. I don't know.
Okay, Dad.
This tribe had an exciting four emerge in Colby, Stephanie, Kyle, and Genevieve. I thought that was very interesting and right out of the gate, the strongest alliance that I felt forming.
Yeah. And I feel like we love Genevieve in her season, but at the same time, I was reminded by her that she had such a hard time caring about anybody and like having any stakes in anyone else. And so it feels like, I don't know, all these big egos, like, yeah, they probably watched her season. They probably don't remember shit about how she played. They probably, it's like, what do they say? Like, people don't remember what you did or said. They remember how you made them feel. And like for me, it's like, oh, I love Genevieve. Like I thought she was great. And then when she reminds you, like, oh yeah, she was kind of a sociopath a bit, which I love.
Which we love, and you have to be in this game.
Yeah, but they were like, so many people were like, I want to play with you. I want to play with you. And she was like, fucking great. Let's go. I liked it. I liked the thing. Kyle, he is so hot
He is
with
so
his
hot.
big fucking Disney eyes. And all you hear anyone say about him is like, he's so charming. Like, he's such a, no one says like he's a smooth talker. He's like, sneaky, schemy. They're like, he just has so much charisma. So you just know. And you can just tell he's just got such kind eyes and gorgeous, beautiful lips.
God, you're
Yeah.
gonna make that sofa wet again if we don't move on. But I wasn't super excited about Kyle coming back because I just didn't want anybody from 48 or 49 to come back. I was excited to see Genevieve, and I think she's hitting the ground running, like you said. But Kyle surprised me because I did actually care whether or not he remained at the end,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, a little bit bummed, but we'll get to it. But at this point, I think they find the boomerang idol, or is that later? I don't know. Let's just get it out of the way because I don't want to talk about it again.
It's not the boomerang idol.
It's the Billie
Jacob.
Eilish boomerang idol. And it was so confusing. It's so annoying because Genevieve finds it. Genevieve finds it. And you're like, Genevieve got an idol. Nope. She has to send it to somebody else.
I hope that it becomes this great gameplay situation where it actually like works out. But ultimately, like for me, if I found it, I'd be like, okay, well, this is just a case of set it and forget it. It's like you got to let it go. And literally, you just may let it go. It's kind of like this pointless thing, and like maybe it'll come back, maybe it won't. There's not there is strategy to be had in what you do with it, but not really.
Not really.
The fates,
It's
so many things could happen on another tribe that it has nothing to do with you, and it's like, thanks, Billie Eilish.
Thanks, Billie Eilish.
Something tells me the producers were like, here's two choices. What do you want to put your name on? I don't think Billie Eilish came up with the idea of the boomerang idol.
I don't know. She is a fan
her.
of the show. Text her and find out. Yes, and
Billie.
slide into her DMs. Hey, Billie.
Billie.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, and they ultimately decide on Ozzy, and the reasoning there was he's gone home with an idol in his pocket before. Which is like, I don't think he would do that again, though.
But it's not a bad idea, and honestly, I think that he very well might. Because as we know, he has multiple advantages now. And since Cirie has stuck around, I don't even know if he caught wind that she might have gone out. So like, I'm sure he's just like, I'm here to stay, and I'm Ozzy. I'm Oscar. Sorry. I'm Oscar now.
I'm Oscar, right. And then we have the blue team, which we're going to call it.
First name.
What is that for?
It's OSCAR. Oscar Mayer Wiener.
Yeah. Got it. Okay, Mom.
Yeah, if you're dad, I'm Mom. The put upon mother.
So let's go to the blue tribe. I think it's blue tribe. I don't fucking care. This is Coach's tribe. Because Coach is also getting quite a heavy edit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Mike's abs for a second. Let's pause for a brief moment of silence about his abs. Like, what?
Who's Mike?
Mike White, you dumb bitch.
It's like, it's Mike White to me. Calling him Mike, I'm like, I was so confused. It's Mike White. Chuck and Buck, suck and fuck.
Chuck and Buck, suck and fuck has 6-pack abs.
Yes, good for him.
I know.
Good for him. He's like living a life where he could just be Marlon Brando it out. Just let it go. Just bask in the glory of your hit fucking show. But he's like, no, I'm hot. And that was not his bod in David versus Goliath, right? He just sort of had like dad bod.
Right.
And then he came back wasn't he for another blood versus water, like with his dad or something? He was, maybe it was Amazing Race? He played
Maybe
with his dad.
I didn't watch The Amazing Race.
He played something with his dad.
Well,
Anyway.
you Google that and fact check it because I don't have time. But this tribe is gunning for D, it seems, which I think is a great strategy. And I always think that the winners already have a target on their backs. So if they're going for D, I'm not going to be too upset about it. Crickets, because she's not listening.
You told me to Google it, and I'm Googling it. Yes, the Amazing Race.
Okay,
Seasons
The Amazing
14 and
Race.
18.
No, you just had your facts a little twisted.
Yeah. No, love targeting D. She's the most recent. Well, that's a lie. I was going to say she's the most recent winner. She's the third most
45.
recent
Yeah.
winner.
I know they all run together, the 40s. It's okay.
And the thing that is, I get why it's hard, because you're like, yes, of course we want to get the winner out. She won because she's charming, but I don't want to vote her out because she's charming. You know, like, I like being around her. She's cool. She laughs, you know, she like brings light to the tribe. Like, I don't want her to go, but I need her to go because she fucking won.
Hmm.
Honestly, aside from Savanah, the winners are like, their personalities are so like disarming and charming and nice to be around.
I guess
not Savanah. I couldn't.
I was going to say, she's very polarizing, right? But it also sets up, I hope, you know, because Winners at War was a little bit of new school taking over and kicking all the old school players to the curb. I want the opposite to happen. I can't speak for you. I need these newer players to be gone. Maybe a few of them hang around, like our favorites, Genevieve.
Get rid of the new schools. Let's play.
Yeah, my only fear for Genevieve, this is going back, but Aubrey and her were like not getting
That was
along.
fucking weird.
Right.
First of all, that was Aubrey's only screen time. And it was literally her playing out of the same playbook as last time. Do you remember that montage of her being like, I think we can have a dialogue? She was like using some sort of corporate jargon and they like did a montage of her saying it to every single person. And then those people going to each other and being like, did Aubrey talk to you about this thing? And like they're all like, yeah,
right?
Me too. I don't know, one of her 8 seasons she was on. Why would you come for someone like that? Why would you be like, we are butting heads already? No, they're not. Genevieve didn't say shit to you. What are you talking about? You're creating like this rivalry that isn't real. And then you go, well, I don't know if I want to work with you because how are you going to play the game? What are your intentions with this game, with my daughter? And it's like,
my daughter.
Day one, you say, I would love to work with you. I think we'd be a great team. And these are the reasons why I think you're an amazing person.
Mm-hmm.
But don't say, how are you going to play the game? And do you hate me? I think you hate me.
They were both pretty
so
cagey,
weird.
Right? They were both pretty cagey.
And I want to love Aubrey. I don't think she's long for this game. I think they keep bringing her back when she's kind of proven that she sort of is the snake that's eating your own tail.
Yeah. If we're to believe the edit, I agree with you. There was about 6 people or more that stood out as far as like their perspective and their play. And it mostly seemed like Coach, Ozzy, Cirie, Savanah, and a couple others that I can't remember right now. And she was definitely not one of them. Jonathan was not one of them. So I actually liked the perspective. Unfortunately, Angelina got no time either.
I know, but like sometimes with Survivor, you get these big edits because they play hard and fast and then
fizzle out. Yeah.
And so then the other people can come to the forefront because Mike White, Christian, and Angelina are
Christian too. Yeah,
nicely isolated because they all know and love each other, and so like they're going to be willing to like I think perhaps, and I'm just like saying this to calm my own brain, but I think that we didn't get a lot of Angelina because she's going to remain insulated for a long time and not be a target, and she's going to be around and she's going to have time to bloom. Speaking of bloom, did you notice that she has a jacket that is like sort of reminiscent of Natalie's jacket?
No, I didn't notice because she was a ghost in this episode. I just
got a glimpse and I was like, is that giving me Natalie's jacket vibes? Because it's like kind of like a little shiny and it's like floral. It's like, that's brilliant. That's so funny to me.
Let's go to the immunity challenge. I'm not going to go through because they're all the same puzzles. They're all the same. Crawl over this log, go through this, grab this ball, throw it at the target, and then make up this giant puzzle.
It did become a thing. First of all, I love the get everyone up the wall, whether it's with the big giant ball or whatever. I just like the like sort of ropes course like teamwork situation. Too bad it fucking hurt our sexy man friend. But the whole situation with Cirie, again,
Why was she
became
in
a
that
thing.
position? Why was she in that position?
She should have never been. What the fuck were they
I think what
thinking?
happened was everybody in the challenge had to do something, and it just so happened that what happened?
I just saw eggs.
It just so happened that there was this one position that was open for Cirie to fill. But I thought, why not the puzzle? But then you look up at the puzzle, and it was Christian and Emily doing the puzzle.
Yeah.
So that was kind of obvious. So it was like she
Yeah.
put
And
herself in
maybe
this position.
there was like she's like, yeah, I've done that. I've done like the bolo before and I killed it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably, but she put herself in this kind of like you can't hide position, which I thought was unfortunate when she maybe should have done another role.
And she was really down on herself about it. That was hard to watch.
Yeah, it was hard to watch. But yes, the other thing you mentioned was we have the Achilles tear, which of course now I'm always a little bit hesitant to believe that anything has happened because of the kiss of the foot of the snake last season. But this was an actual tear, and I'm like, whatever. It's not going to amount to anything.
Well, and what I learned is that particular injury it's not super painful. So you're like, no, I'm fine. But then you try to put weight on it and it's like,
yeah, you can't put weight.
Yeah. And then you could see it happening because he was like, no, I'm fine. I'm cool. And he would stand up and be like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's awful. I think about that injury and it makes my butt clench because it's like, do you remember the urban legend of like people being under your car and slicing your Achilles?
Hate it.
I don't know if that's an urban legend or if it actually happened, but I always think about that when I walk by a car.
I mean, it's happened in several horror movies at this point. It's like, I know. I can't. Happen in Kill Bill we watched the other weekend.
It did, yes. So the challenge, let's see, we had the blue and purple or pink tribes win and orange loses. That means nothing to me because I don't remember who was on which tribe. But we know that Cirie's tribe loses, so that I know.
Yeah.
Then right after that, right, when was this journey that happened? They all go back and then this journey happens where Mike, Colby, and Savanah go on the journey. And this was a little bit of a annoying, I thought. Because it's like, again, I don't want to see the journeys. I thought it was more engaging. If I would have seen a Jenga competition happen, I love how you just like, oh.
I mean, the girls are out. Like, let's show them off.
If we're going to have a game of Jenga, which is so not exciting to watch, then Colby Donaldson must be part of that.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting too, like Savanah kind of fangirling, and she does, I will say for Savanah, is able to keep this very poised composure about her. That's a little bit probably disarming.
Well, and that's the thing. We get her confessionals where she's like, fuck that bitch. I don't care about her. Leave her for dead. And so like we kind of like can see the like she takes the mask off for us, which I guess I appreciate. But I think if I were on that island with her, clearly not having seen the season that stopped filming 2 weeks prior, which is insane. That turnaround is crazy.
2 weeks, yeah.
I would probably think she's great. I'd be like, this bitch is cool. I like her. I was sort of drifting off, not asleep, but just my brain. The third hour or whatever we're in at this point. Tell me why Mike left. Like, why wasn't Mike part of that game?
Well, this is the stupid part of those journeys. They get there and then they find out that only 2 of them are going to play, so one of them goes home immediately. So that's
Seems
so
like
stupid for me to set up.
Played.
Right. Why not have 3? Why not have them do it? It's just like these are the things that they choose in the 40s that I think are questionable, but it makes it somewhat tolerable. I do think, though, that Mike's already there. Just have him play. He's like a superstar. So we could have gotten
so
3
funny.
people. Yeah. And then it ends up that Colby's building this Jenga structure up so that Savanah would not be able to reach, which was a great strategy, but it ended up backfiring on him because it ended up tumbling because he was going up so high, and Savanah wins.
Yeah. And did you notice she like looks to a producer?
Did she?
It all falls and she goes and like looks over at someone. I was like, I can't believe they left that in the edit because like it felt very like she was like, I won, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It was weird.
It's like lights, camera, me without a stitch of makeup on. Yes, she did win. And as Colby leaves, she finds out that she gets an advantage. The advantage was a secret steal a vote or block a vote. I don't remember. Do you?
No, this is your job, Jacob. You have one job.
Sorry. Well, 3 hours. Oh, it's a block a vote. Yeah, I wrote it down. So it's a block a vote, secret. But the problem is that you're fucked if you do and fucked if you don't in these journeys, because you know that people expect you to get an advantage. So you come back and lie about not getting an advantage. There's no way that they're going to believe you, especially All-Stars. They didn't believe Savanah for a second that she did not get an advantage.
Did she try to say that?
Yeah, she said the
her win was
challenge.
that she gets to keep a vote.
Yeah, exactly. That was the win. You get to keep a vote.
Come on.
And as they were doing that, I was annoyed that that was going to be the whole thing, was you were going to get to vote or not. But I'm glad they gave her the advantage.
Let me get on a soapbox. The stripping of a vote is so against the fabric of what this game was built upon.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it so much. Whatever they think they're doing is not what's happening. And they've consistently done it for years now. And it is just like, it's so dumb. It's like, well, I don't have a vote. Okay, well, you're a non-factor now. Moving on. It doesn't add anything. I don't like, because I know they think the only currency in this game is your vote. So if we take it away, that's like taking your power. Well, yeah, it is. But it's also making the game more lame and stupider. I don't know what else they could do. Just give someone a prize. You don't need to punish other people.
Yeah. What they think they're doing, I think, is making less people vulnerable to be voted. So it's like, if you have less people, this makes no sense. This is in their brain. Like, if you have less people available to get voted out, somehow that's more exciting. And it's not.
Oh, yeah, we know how.
We know when they merge.
Like, they've merged, but we're going to cut you into 3 anyway.
Even with the smaller tribes, but the 8 is a little bit better because a majority of 5 is more exciting than a majority of 4. Look, I did do the quick mental math. Anyways, thank you for that soapbox. We've talked about it. I don't understand the stealing a vote, the losing a vote. It's so dumb. It doesn't make any sense.
Stealing a vote is like, at least there's a strategy. Having your vote taken from you is just, it's annoying.
Yeah, having your vote taken from you. We didn't get a twist of the beware advantage. Do you think that's coming up, or do we care? Because we got, wait. We got the fan voting that somehow they wanted the advantages to be more dynamic, because there were 3 words that were used and the word that won was dynamic. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean, more dynamic? So I guess it meant that they should have the most power. Whatever.
Yeah. I think that, I don't know, we'll probably see a beware advantage at some point, but I think not. I think maybe not, because we're doing celebrities this season. We're doing cameos, so we're gonna get some like Pauly Shore immunity.
What a random choice!
I was trying to think of the most irrelevant celebrity I could.
Well, you did. Pauly Shore. Was he on MTV, like Total Request Live, or where's he even from?
What?
Pauly Shore.
He's from like 90s stoner comedies.
All right.
He was like the surfer dude.
Was he on SNL?
No.
I'm getting Rob Schneider and him mixed up. Okay. Well, anything else that you want to say about that? Oh my gosh, so we have the tribal council. I forgot about the tribal council. I don't remember chronologically if this was after the journey or before the journey. I want to say it was after, but we have the tribal council where they're setting up that it's going to be Cirie, it might be Ozzy, or it might be Jenna.
The Savanah Colby thing happened after the first tribal council.
Listen, I don't care.
The second part.
Sorry, people. We have 3 hours.
Yeah, so we went in. Yeah, it could either be Ozzy, Cirie, or Jenna. Which, to be like Rick Devens, like you just dream of like, I'm going into tribal and it's not me. Like, it's just not me. Like, there's just like we know that there are 2 camps here that like it's gonna go this way or that way. I love that moment where like the voting block that was going to be making the decision, when Christian's like, we just need a consensus. What's the consensus? And it was just crickets, and then they all start laughing. That was fun. That was like, I love to see that.
I also thought it was funny when Christian and Emily were talking, which, by the way, that's a fun duo and fun mix-up. And Emily's like, should we just take out Ozzy? Because it's like, oh my God, the power of that to take out a legend the first time around. And that didn't end up happening, but it was on the table.
To cripple your tribe in the
fun.
meantime.
Well, I thought her logic was really good because it's like, if we get rid of Ozzy, Cirie comes back not that upset. If we get rid of Cirie, we have a mad Ozzy. And if you get rid of Jenna, she's not as connected, right? And so I got her strategy of that. But
I love the idea of Cirie and Cirie versus Jenna. It will be a thing. It is a thing right now, and it will remain a thing. So let's keep that in the game. Yeah. I love that type of gameplay where it's like, put these people in front of me. I want to have confidence because there's the thing about if you keep the annoying person around too long, then they become the goat to bring to the end. Have a rivalry where it's like, yeah, I guess there's a chance that they could make up and it could like fizzle away. But I don't know. I don't think so. I think Jenna's going in pretty hard and Cirie doesn't want to have that around. So this is going to be a thing. So yeah, I really liked that idea. And Ozzy's probably a bit annoying. I don't know. I think he's probably annoying to have around.
Yeah, I think so. You've got to balance in those beginning phases of the game how if you want comfort and non-conflict, so get rid of the annoying person, get rid of, like you just said, or if you want to keep the conflict to keep the heat off of you. And I imagine that's a hard thing to do because it's like, I just want to like go back to the camp and not be uncomfortable or being with annoying people. But yeah, I liked the strategy. Emily's back and she was getting a lot of screen time. I think Christian is, Rick is, I don't really like him that much though.
I like him. I was rooting for him.
God, I'm sure you do.
I like you were
rooting for him on Edge of Extinction? Couldn't stand him.
You wanted Chris to win?
No, I mean, I didn't mind his snake, but I
don't
really
know how I felt about
wanted Lauren to win.
I'm like, who's Lauren? Yeah, I guess. I don't remember how I felt. I just know that I was like, he's a shoo-in. He should win. He's played the best game.
Well, Rick was one of the people that won or got to the end based on winning all of the immunities at the end. And I don't appreciate that type of a game. That's all. So that's probably why.
In terms of, like, he was an unlikely winner of all those things. He felt like just an average guy, and like to like then like do that sweep was like more impressive than some dude bro friggin' jock guy that's doing it, you know? What?
I thought you were going to be like, because he's a slob. I mean,
because he's like a slob, you know?
He's a slob. How could he win? Oh. Anyway, we have the tribal council, and it ends up being a red herring. I think that they do this to us, but they wanted to get in our brains that Cirie could go home, to have the fear in us that Cirie could go home, and it was a unanimous vote for Jenna.
They did it well because it was a little nail bitey. Like
it was. Oh my God, is Cirie going home? They did that in Australia versus the World with Parvati, that first episode. This is why I sought out spoilers.
Speaking of, did Australia start?
Yeah, it did. Redemption. I think it's called Redemption. Oh my God, was there an ambulance in the back? I don't know. I just get pictures of a couple guys in Speedos, specifically Simon, and I'm like, oh, he's so hot, Simon. There's like a brand of Speedo called Budgie Smugglers or something like that.
Yeah. Well, it's not coming up as like just like a straight up episode you can on YouTube anyway. I would love to, because Kirby's on it, right? Yeah.
Kirby is not on it. She's on Australian Traders coming up.
Oh, right. Okay.
Which we have to watch. All right. Well, I don't have any other notes really, because I think we jumped ahead on the journey. The journey happened with the Jenga. And then after that, we had the medical evacuation of Kyle, which was so anticlimactic, but also I was a little upset because I'm like, they shouldn't take him out of the game. But now knowing about the Achilles a little bit more, they should have.
Yeah. Yeah. And you and Jeremy started like late, but then by the end of the 3 hours, you had caught up through the commercials.
Yeah, right.
And so then we were like all texting in real time. Johnny was like, I was promised 2 tribal councils. Someone on the internet said that. And you were like, well, they lied. And I looked up at the clock and it was like 53. And I was like, shit, yeah, we're not getting any kind of tribal.
Yeah.
I hate that. That is a lame fucking thing. Like, I thought when we saw 3 hours, I was like, and then the first tribal happened like maybe 10 minutes after the first hour. So I was like, are we going to get 3 tribals?
I thought we were getting 3.
Which there's a big fucking cast to get through. So like
Yeah.
there's gonna be some stuff that happens. And instead we got one vote out and one medical evac. Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever, but like I did want 2 tribals.
Yeah. I was thinking we were gonna get more than one tribal or 3
A medical
tribals as well.
evac and then being like, well, you don't have to go to tribal unless my favorite is like on the line. Like if they're on the chopping block, you know, and then you get that medical evac and you're like, you know, relief.
Yeah,
Most of the
this
time
was
I'm
not.
like, no, lame. We were promised a
was not.
tribal every episode.
Yeah, it was not only because we liked him and we sound like we're on the same page, but also because it kind of blows up our the what am I trying to say? It blows up the alliance that we just loved with Genevieve, Stephanie, and Colby. So then those 3 have to pull in some other people. I think they could pull in Q and somebody else, and they'll be fine.
I don't really care about Colby, and I don't like Stephanie.
Just because,
but I like to see Jeffany, huh? Just because of MAGA?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Colby, like, whatever.
I just think that they're interesting, and I think that they're intriguing. I think it's interesting to watch because I know Kyle is a Democrat. I know it because I follow him and his stuff, and like Genevieve probably too. So it'd be interesting. I want to see the Democrats and Republicans work together. For God's sakes, we're going to war with Iran.
Are we?
Yes, missiles.
Cool, fun, super great.
So, well,
I love it here. I love it here.
Oh my God, we got through the episode in 50 minutes. Is there anything you'd like to say? That's record pace. We did great.
Yeah. The fact that Jenna got that sunburn on her forehead in season 1 and the scar is still there.
That was the scar? Oh my God, I didn't put that
insane.
together. I noticed it, but I didn't put together that it was
I have not heard her talk about it. I want to see her talk about it. I'm sure it's somewhere.
Well, maybe she will. And the post interviews. Are you going to listen to any of the commentary? I'll listen to Drop Your Buffs as I always do, but I just haven't been into RHAP lately.
I don't know, probably not, but maybe. I mean, if this season proves to be like as exciting as that first hour was,
yeah,
of this premiere, I might be more inclined to be like, oh, I want to throw on a podcast about it while I'm at work. But I don't know. There's a lot going on in the world, and I've been just trying to stay on top of it somewhat.
I know. My work is crazy. So, well, next week we'll be back to normal, except I'm traveling next week. Last week was there was no way I was going to be able to record in Palm Springs. So we'll maybe have to figure out a way because I'm going to Germany next month for work. We'll have to figure out maybe a co-hosting situation, or we just say we can't film that week because.
Well, wait, is it Survivor?
Yeah, we're done with Traders. Woo!
It was lovely to have my Saturday morning free, but at the same time, it like really threw me off. Like it was like I didn't know what to do with myself. Pretty sure I'm getting stood up tonight, so that's cool.
Stood up?
Can you believe a man?
I can't.
Yeah, that fantastic date I had on Sunday just disappeared off the face of the earth.
It's not responding.
Wednesday. And I could see that he's on the little like site that we met on, like it's like active, you know, whatever, how many hours ago. So I'm just like, fuck you, you garbage trash, cliche. You know what? My therapist though on Tuesday was like, I want you to journal about what you talked about, how you talked about like, I just feel like something like was unlocked within me. Like I've been on dates before. But like this one just was like different. He was like such a gentleman, said all the right things, which probably red flag. But like, you know, open doors, was like very, it just made me feel like a woman. And she was like, I want you to journal about this feeling, like, because, you know, I was like, it just unlocked like this new level of self-confidence and self-acceptance. And it's like, I think she knew something I didn't. Because
yeah,
sure enough,
absolutely.
she's a fucking cliche douchebag. Watch, he texts me and I'm like, never mind.
You have to identify, you know this, I'm not mansplaining this to you. It's like, you have to identify how you want to feel from the person and take the person out of the equation because they will let you down, but you will eventually find the way that that person makes you feel. And I did, so you can too.
Yeah. I've got stuff going on in my life right now that is like, I don't need a man.
Walk away from it maybe at one point whenever you feel like it and See what happens. Make yourself feel like a natural woman.
Yeah.
And
Jacob,
you make me feel.
You and this podcast make me feel like a natural woman. Ooh, wait till my costume changes. It's even gonna get even more boobalicious.
Yeah, speaking of that, we're almost to the top of the hour. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope that you've come with us on this Survivor 50 journey. We started this podcast in order to recap this season. It's happening. It's exciting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This was our love letter to season 50, and we're doing it. So
yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. Like,
thank God
follow,
it wasn't
subscribe,
terrible trash.
Comment on the Instagram,
please,
TikTok, everywhere.
Please. Yes.
Engage.
Share.
Shout out to my friend Arthur, who's now watching.
Hi, Arthur.
And let's go talk some traders. Go get changed, girl.
All right. Okay. You too. I want to see that shirt.
No, I have a shirt. I have like a reminiscent of Rob shirt. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Bye.